Yep, we're all good. Brian, my phone, my audio keeps going to my phone for some reason.
Maybe turn your Bluetooth off.
Oh, okay.
That might work.
Hello, applicants. I see a lot of people are in here. That's great. I'm going to be bringing you in one at a time based on the agenda. So application number 1 is Jose Benitez. And let me just grab the participants. I am not ready yet, so everyone just give me 1 minute. Oh, now I got a timer too going off. Come on with this. Nothing like Windows XP. Applicants. One more. Killing me. Kate, are you on the Wi-Fi? Come on.
Am I on the Wi-Fi? Yes, I'm on the
I'm just
Wi-Fi.
kidding. I'm just kidding. We don't have Wi-Fi.
Are you having problems? Do you want to come in here? We'll just put the masks on.
No, I gotta get. No, I need full control here on the. No,
Do
my
you want to
email.
go in here under yours?
No, give me a sec. I got it, guys.
Okay.
Just
Big
2
thumbs.
seconds. 2 seconds. Okay.
You can
Cancel
do
your
it.
plans for tonight, guys. It's gonna be a long one. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, my phone keeps going over.
Applicants. Of course. Oh my God.
You're live on air.
I know. Hello, all of our YouTube viewers and subscribers. It's entirely my fault. Yeah, my computer is failing. I got it though. I got it. Message from. Just had to blow in the cartridge and reset the dial-up.
Check the air in the tires.
Yeah.
I want to go home.
Feel you. Yep. All the benefits of being the IT guy and the MC.
You're the best.
That's it,
You're
man.
doing
Thank you.
wonderful.
Last one. I had to make it spicy. You gotta be kidding me. All right. I'm gonna give up, and oh, well, that guy's not there. Great.
I don't believe
Bear
we
with
got the affidavit for number 1, so we need to ask about that when they come on.
Okay. Oh my God, I'm going to kick my, no.
Getting kicked off, and it keeps going to my phone for some reason. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, John. John, it's Mickey. Can you hear me?
Which John are you calling?
Correct you. See.
I don't think you
John,
can hear you.
you can hear me? You
I can
me,
hear
John?
you, yeah. Yeah.
My phone keeps cutting out. I couldn't get on a computer. And, I'm having a lot of technical difficulties here.
It's all right. I am too, Mickey. Hang with us, folks. Give me another 2 to 5 minutes. I'm resetting my email and Word, and hopefully that will be able to supply me the applicant list here. Since the applicant's name I do not see here.
Keep getting the message. Goodbye. And it hangs up. I still can't get on the damn thing on the computer.
Just one of those.
One of those nights, guys.
All right, she's putzing back up. I had to crank her. What?
Can anyone hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know
can-
what went wrong. The audio keeps going to my phone. I just turned my phone off.
I can hear you, John. You're fine.
Okay. Is Mickey on?
He was having trouble with his audio too. So whenever Brian's ready, John, you may need to open.
Yeah. Hey, John. Am?
I think it's
Can
up because
anybody hear me?
I can hear you,
I can-
Mickey.
Yeah.
All right. My phone keeps cutting out. So, John, just take the meeting because I'm going crazy here. I'll try and stay on as much as I can here. I don't know.
All right, then I'm still with you guys, just processing. This is loading slow. Something must be up with my Outlook or computer connection or something.
something's wrong with the connection because I'm having I'm getting signals that connection is weak.
Okay, so yeah, that's probably the issue. All right, I'm opening up Outlook. Give me 2 minutes here. All right. I'm rocking. Okay.
I have no idea what's happening here. My audio keeps switching to my cell phone, which my cell phone is off. I don't know why it's doing that. Any
You
input,
should,
Brian?
John.
You have the ability to change where your audio is coming from on the bottom left. You see it, the mic? You should be able to click the arrow and say source, and you should have it as set to the computer.
Microphone.
Computer
Speakers.
microphone.
Right. Okay.
That's where you would be able to change anything.
Okay. I'm all set on speakers and I'm set on microphone.
And you sound
Sorry,
really good.
high definition. So we should be okay. Sorry about that, everybody.
It's okay.
No, God.
Okay.
Still having an issue here. Give me 1 sec.
Okay, we're gonna start with number 1, I guess.
Yes.
Okay.
Someone must not have paid their tax bill or something. The internet. I don't know.
I'm still live, right?
We're still live. We're all
Still live.
still, we're
Okay.
still live. We just can't get the applicants in.
This is killing me. All right. Jose Benitez, can you please raise your hand in the attendees list? Who is speaking for Jose Benitez? Is it Elle Donovan? I see your hand up. If that's not you, put your hand down. That's how we got to do it, gym teacher style. Donovan, talking to you. There we go. Thank you. Jose Benitez and his team, please raise your hand in the attendees column. Should be at your bottom
Matt,
part of your screen.
I'm not hearing nothing now.
There we go.
I don't know
We see
what
you,
we're
Dolores.
doing. I'm not hearing anything. Even the static left me.
Dolores, we can hear you.
Can't hear us.
No, I guess not.
Wow.
Jose Benitez, are you there? Can you raise a hand? I don't have the list of people because my Word and Outlook is crashing. So
I have it, Brian.
do you have the applicant list?
I do.
Okay. Who's on for the first one? What are their names?
Dave Benitez, and the neighbor was going to speak, James Smith.
Okay, I don't see either of them. If you are under a different name and wanted to speak for Jose Benitez or James Smith, please raise your hand. I don't see either of you. We'll skip you and go back at the end if no one raises their hand here on the Zoom. All right. Brian, nope, you're not on this one, right? No, Brian, that's not you. Thank you. All right, let's go for number 2 then.
If you're moving on to number 2, the applicant is Pedro Lantigua and the representative is Angel Aponte.
All right, I have both of those in. Angel and Pedro, I'm going to be bringing you both in. Thank you,
And the
Bam.
neighbor is Annette Brown.
And Annette Brown is who?
The neighbor of this application.
For application number 2.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, all right, I'm good to go.
So you want to open with number 2, 20-113. So John, if you want to call that.
John,
Sorry. Application number 2, which is New Level Properties LLC.
Correct.
Mickey or John, you want to start us off?
John, you want?
Now
You guys hear
you've got. Mickey, I can hear you.
All right, let's try this. I keep getting knocked out, but all right. Application 2113 of New Level Properties LLC, property located in Amityville. The applicant in?
Yes.
Name and address.
there you go, John.
I'm here. Angel Aponte here.
Name and address for the record, please.
My name is Angel Aponte, Aponte. I reside at 1330 Washington Avenue, Bayshore, New York, 11706. And I'm here as the agent or the expediter for New Level Properties, and the owner of such corporation is Pedro Lantigua. He should be on.
Yep, I'm here.
Hey, need your name and address for the record also.
Pedro Lantigua, 57 Cedar Drive, Bayshore, New York, 11706.
And you both affirm to tell the truth.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, for the record, we have a planning division member.
You cut out.
You cut off.
You have a planning division memo dated September 21st, 2020. an environmental control memo dated, if anyone's got it, jump in, but all hands on deck here. Environmental control memo dated September 22nd, 2020. Tax map acting as an area map and 6 photographs and a site plan by John Tefeli III dated July 3rd, 2020. What do you want to tell us about the application?
Okay, so I'm going to start. We have an existing one-story garage. Mr. Pedro Lantuga purchased this property with the aspirations of renovating the property. Right now, it is, in my opinion, zombie-like. There's nobody living in the house. It's very run down. Unfortunately, it is a very narrow property from front to back, and the existing one-story garage is too close to the property lines. We would like to maintain it, of course, renovate it to usable and usable status. And then if Mr. Pedro Lantuga wants to jump in and state anything on his behalf.
No, it's just an existing property that, we bought at, and I'm just trying to renovate it.
Okay.
All right, John Mickey, anything?
I'm back on. I don't know for how long, but I'm on.
All right. This is in Amityville. Does anyone from the board have any questions on this application?
I think it goes to Ms.
No.
Quinton.
There is a condition recommended from planning.
Is this going to be owner occupied?
No.
Did the red line go away? No, where it says me, yeah.
Dolores is muted. That's why she can't be heard.
Would you agree that if the garage would ever be moved, that you would place it in an station?
That if it be moved, what? I'm sorry?
Everything's.
I just want one question. Is house, was this a garage all the time and it was made into a house and was used as a house and now it's back to a garage? Is this the same building on Columbus?
Yeah, so whoever was the owner previous to this, there's
Yes.
evidence that they used this as a rental property.
Okay, so you would like make it back, you want to put
We
it back
will-
into garage again, is that it?
Yes, ma'am. Everything will be back to New York State Code and Town of Babylon Code, of course.
Okay.
And there is, I might add, I don't know if everybody knows, but there is an application with plans showing exactly what we're going to do here, which is bring it back to a one-family home with the detached 2-car garage existing, and all we're going to be doing there is, of course, bringing it back to a 2-car garage, and then cosmetic work, which is renovating the outside, putting in new garage doors, new entry doors, windows, exactly the way they have it. It's just, it's not in a good condition as it is right now.
Okay.
Okay. Who's up? Brian, are you handling this one?
Yeah, I think we have to keep the record open, close the hearing.
Right.
Okay.
Are there any more questions from the board?
Yeah. I have one. If you agree, if you decide to ever rebuild or move the 2-car garage, would you agree to put it in a conforming location?
The problem with even that thought is just that the size of the property would not make this garage even possible with current zoning laws. And so I believe that the front yard has to be 40 feet or something, which would leave like a 3-foot deep garage in that location. Plus the fact that
If you ever move it or rebuild it, it's not like right now. If you ever were to.
Oh, we're not. The intent is not to rebuild
But
it.
if you
The intent
were,
is to renovate it and to put the property on the market for sale.
No, I get that. You in the future, if you ever were to build it from scratch.
Oh yeah, no. If there was a situation that we had to remove it or rebuild it from scratch, of course we would adhere to town of Babylon code zoning laws. But as I mentioned before, with a 50-foot deep and 100-foot wide, if it were removed, this garage would never exist ever again. Just
Yeah, I'm not asking for you to do that now. It's just in the future.
understood.
Thank you.
you agree to it.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, the question was, did you agree to it, right? You say yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay,
Thank you.
so we're gonna reserve decision and close this hearing, right? Okay,
Right.
you'll get a decision in the mail.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
All right, I'm good now, guys. I have my list, my email's working, everything like that. So I still did not see either person for application number 1, so we're going to continue to application number 3. So I'm bringing in Paul Como and Brian. Yes, you will have your chance to speak. Paul Como. Paul, let me know if there's anyone else I should be bringing in here.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on, Paul? Is there anyone else? Is Gustavo or Leilani joining us or no?
I believe she should be on. She said that she was watching. I emailed her before. She said that she was there. I don't know if you can't see her. I'm not sure what the situation is with that.
Okay. No, I don't see her unless she's L. Donovan. Oh, L. Donovan.
L. Donovan, yes, that's it.
Perfect. All right. L. Donovan, bring you in. Sorry for gym teaching you before.
No problem.
Sorry.
No problem. We're all having technical difficulties tonight.
Okay.
All right, so this is
Address?
application number 20-120. Name and address for the record, please.
2 Wyandotte Street in Deer Park.
Name?
Name?
Leilani Mercado.
Excellent. Paul, name and address for the record.
Paul Como from Pool Doctor, 315 Larkfield Road, East Northport, New York.
Okay, what would you like to tell us about the application?
Basically, it's a corner property. There is I believe it's a 40-foot setback off the street, which is Villa Avenue, which is their side street there on Wyandotte Street, and there's just no space behind the house to be able to build the pool. So the pool needs to go in the side property along Villa Avenue. So we would need to, reduce the setback from the street from, I believe, 40 feet to like 6 feet in order to get it in between the house and the property line.
Okay.
Tom, I need you to roll with me. I think Mickey and John, are you still there? Mickey and John are in and out, so you got to help me out here.
Okay. John, are you back? No? Okay. The Paul,
Yes. Yeah.
the testimony you just gave was the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes, sir.
Would you agree
Present the
to
evidence.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. We have, for the record, we have a site plan from Pinnacle Land Surveyors.
Yeah, that's the survey. I drew the, the proposed
Survey.
pool on there, showing all
Hold on.
the setbacks.
Let me read these in, okay?
Oh, I'm
Hold on.
sorry.
A survey by Pinnacle Surveying dated April 12th. Oh, no, that's not it. May 2nd, 2019. And an area map. Tax map acting as an area map.
And four photographs, Mr. Chairman, and a planning division memo dated September 21st, and an environmental control memo dated September 22nd, 2020.
Okay, thank you. Would you agree to put some 6-foot arborvitaes planted along Villa Avenue to screen the pool?
Yeah, I'm sure that wouldn't be a problem. I mean, there's going to be a fence that's going to be erected on that side anyway. I believe they're going to be putting up a 6-foot white PVC fence. So, I mean, there's not going to be any, nobody's going to be able to see it from Villa Avenue anyway.
And there's not going to be any slides or?
No water features at all around the pool, nothing. So it'd just be
Okay.
a paver patio around the pool and obviously the pool itself, but nothing else on top of the deck or anything like that.
Thank you. Is there anything else you'd like to say? Is there anybody?
And yes, there is someone that has a few questions on the application.
Okay.
Brian, I'm bringing you in now. Brian, you there, Brian? Brian Schauber, you there? Yeah.
Yeah. Can you see me?
Nope, well, we can hear you.
Okay, good. All right. I'm right next door neighbor to the property, and I'm basically on the northwest corner. I'm also corner property. And the only concern that I have is I have this huge tree right along the side of my neighbor's fence. But that tree has been always existed. I owned the house for 22 years and it was there forever. So my concern is basically the excavation process. I don't want any damages to the tree or my property. That's the only concern I have. I mean, I welcome for my neighbors to have recreational facility because they have a kid and everything, and I admire that in a family. But it's just that I have concern, if anybody could assure me that, things would be done properly and in a fine-tuned manner, fashion, my property won't sustain any damage or anything, I'm okay with that.
Okay. The pool, it will be 13 feet from the property line. I don't know where the tree is, but.
The tree is right alongside the fence, the dividing property line.
I'm quite sure that, well, I don't know.
It's not indicated in the map and it's not on the plan.
Right.
You're on Villa Avenue?
I'm on a corner of Villa Avenue and Oregon Street.
Gotcha.
What is your address?
3 Oregon Street.
Okay. Paul, you're from the pool company.
Yes.
Answer that question, please.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. So, I mean, we're gonna, the pool, again, it's gonna be 13 feet off of the property line. We're gonna dig the pool to the best of our abilities without hitting any roots. I know the tree is pretty close to the fence line and stuff there, but, we're gonna, do what we can do to, not damage as much as possible. The pool's gonna be, dug, 3.5 feet into the ground in that area, 13 feet down. So, you know, if there's any roots that are down there, I mean, you know, we're gonna end up cutting them, but you know, we're not gonna be going any further than, figure 11 feet off that the property line, you know, in order for us to be able to dig out the pool and build it.
And you're only going 3.5 feet down.
Correct, in that spot, because the deep end is on the far side.
Okay,
Yeah, so the deep end will be on the Wyandotte Street side. So the shallow end of the pool is closer to property.
Neighbor, is that okay with you? Make you
Like
feel a
I said
little
all
better?
along, I have no problem them having a pool. I'm not objecting to that by all means. As
I
I said,
understand.
yeah, it's just that if there's any problem, I want this to be on the record. So if there's any party involved and consequently, I have to go after, you know, I'm not saying I would, but I just wanted to be on the record that I had this concern. As long as
Okay,
it's addressed and the board agrees to whatever their recommendations are.
okay, thank you. I think we understand the pool company is aware of your concerns, and I'm sure they'll be extra careful with it.
To the
If-
best of our
if we
abilities,
agree to it.
absolutely.
Thank you,
have it.
Paul. Thank you, board members.
No problem.
Thank
Have a good
you.
evening.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brian.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Thanks, Brian.
Are there any other members of the board want to be heard on this? Do you have any
No.
more questions?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay, we will close the hearing and reserve, and we'll make a decision. You'll hear it from the mail. You'll get it in the mail, decision in the mail.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. All right. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate it. Let's take a breather for a sec. John, how are you doing, John?
Not good. No good.
I can hear you.
Yeah. I don't know where it's coming from. Oh, now I'm back in. I don't understand.
You're back. You seem all right now.
Feel like
Okay.
All right.
It's coming up with somebody else's phone number that it says, not my cell phone. I don't know what's going on.
As long as you can hear us and we can hear you, I think we're in good shape. So I think we're good. So if everyone's ready, I'm going to move on to application number 4, which is 20-111 Rupert Foster, and I'll be bringing in Rupert. Rupert, you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. For the record, we have a Town of Babylon Planning Development Planning Division memorandum dated September 21st, 2020. This is for case number 20111 for Rupert Foster. We have a Department of Environmental Control memorandum dated September 22nd, 2020. And it says, if approved, this application may not result in any significant environmental impact. We have a survey from Scalise Surveys dated 7/3/2020 and a tax map as an area map. State your name and address for the record, please, sir.
My name is Rupert Foster, 23 Homestead Drive, Whitley Heights, and exhibit 11798.
And do you affirm to tell the truth?
Absolutely.
Okay, what would you like to tell us about this application?
Okay, this application, there are 2 parts to it. The first part is to get a variance to add a pool to the property. Based upon the size of the pool, the total billable area would exceed the 15% as required by the code. So I'm looking for a variance to be able to add the pool. Additionally, when the survey was done and submitted, it was recognized that there was a number of structures on the property that was not legal. So I'd like to legalize those structures. That's patio, a shed, deck, and a porch. So that is the extent of my request.
Okay. Wheatley Heights. Did you read the planning board memorandum stating that the rear porch not be further enclosed and a second story deck not be further enclosed above or below? Do you agree to that?
Yes.
Okay. Would anybody else like to be heard on this application? For the record, there are none. We have any questions from the board?
Nope.
Okay. We're going to reserve decision for further comments for a week, and you'll get your decision in the mail, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What do you have next, Brian? Papers all over the place here.
Anne Marie Ortez.
Okay, Marie Ortez. This was in-ground pool. This is Lindenhurst. Okay, Anne Marie, are you with us?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. For the record, can I have your name and address?
Sure. It's Anne Marie Ortiz, 1033 North Richmond Avenue. That's Lindenhurst, 11757.
Okay. For the record, we have the affirm to tell the truth.
I do.
Okay.
I also have Patty, if that's okay with South Shore Pools. She's on speaker with me.
Okay. Patty, can you give me your name and address for the record, please?
Yes, it's Patricia Kamada, 133 South Evergreen Drive, Selden, New York, 11784.
And do you affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, I do.
Okay, for the record, we have a Planning Division memorandum dated September 21st, 2020. We have a Department of Environmental Control memorandum dated September 22nd, 2020, stating that the applicant may not result in any significant environmental impact. We have a survey from Alphonse Percy dated let's see where the date, September 21st, 2011, and a tax map as an area map. What would you like to tell us about this application?
Myself or Patty?
Whoever.
Either one.
Okay. So what we would like to do is, I guess, increase the lot size that's available. So we can have an in-ground pool installed.
Okay. Two-story dwellings in 1968. Okay. Does the board have any additional questions on this? I'm going to turn it over to Nick Rigney. Nick, you with us?
No.
Okay. This is one of those nights, huh? Okay, I see no major issues. Does anybody have any input to the board? Any questions?
Looks good.
Would anybody like to be heard on this application? For the record, there are none. We're going to reserve the decision on this and for further comments for a week, and you'll get your decision in the mail.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Okay.
Okay, what do we got? Alan Getz. Front porch, a second story addition. Okay.
This is yours, John.
All right, Mr. Getz, you with us?
Yes. Yes, I'm here.
Okay, for the record, for application 20114, could you give me your name and address for the record, please?
Alan Getz, 182 Glealand Street, Deer Park, New York, 11729.
And do you affirm to tell the truth?
Yes.
Okay, for the record, we have Planning Division Memorandum dated September 21st, 2020. We have a Department of Environmental Control Memorandum dated September 22nd, 2020, stating that the applicant may result in no significant environmental impact. We have a survey from J. Brabazon dated, find the date here, March, wow,
April 8th, 2019.
thank you. And a tax map as an area map. What would you like to tell us about this application?
As far as what I'm requesting a variance for, what I'm doing is I'm putting an addition onto my second floor and a porch onto the front of my house. And the way the plans are, the porch is going to be too close to the street. So I'm looking for the variance to allow me to build this porch.
Okay.
Which, like I said, is going to be too close to the street.
Okay, the second story is going to be erected directly in the same footprint as the first story?
Correct.
Okay. And do you agree that the front porch not be further enclosed in the future?
I do agree, yes.
Okay. Would anybody else like to be heard on this application?
Good.
For the record, there are none. Any questions from the board?
Good.
Okay. We're going to reserve decision and for 1 week for additional comments, and you'll get your decision in the mail.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Who's with us?
Brian?
Should be RGP. I'm just wondering if we've ever had Jose Benitez come back on.
That's one.
Sorry.
That was number one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think Brian, I don't know if Brian's still on.
Brian, are you with us? He's muted. I know that feeling very well.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I was talking and didn't realize I was muted. I'm bringing in the rest of the people in the waiting room or the attendee room. That's Wayne Muller, Steve Kratz, and Mike Rossi. I believe are all speaking for application number 7. I see a 516 number. I'm just going to check in, see who that is.
Do you have
Hello,
Steve?
number?
Did you ever get number one back, Brian?
No, that's who I'm just checking. I'm making sure 516 isn't with their team, and if it is someone that's still waiting to be heard. 330-7369. Are you speaking? What is this? What's your state your business? All right, we'll go back in. I don't want to take up too much of Steve's time. Steve, floor is yours.
I'm sorry. Who's supposed to be speaking?
I believe, no, we're handling your application. I was just making sure this 330-7369 number is not anyone from your team.
Not that we're aware
So
of.
let me know if you're missing anyone, but the floor is yours.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the board, esteemed council. I saw Kate Shreve there. There she is. Terrific. I hope she doesn't have a bad ride home tonight. We're here. It's about the southwest corner of the Tanger Mall. There is a drainage basin in that area.
Hey,
And
before you continue, sorry to interrupt you, Steve.
Not at all.
Can I have your name and address for the record, please?
I'm sorry. Yes, sir. Of course. Stephen Kretz, Kretz, 692 South Wellwood Avenue, Lindenhurst, New York.
Okay, and do you affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, for the record, we have a planning division memorandum dated September 21st, 2020. We have a Department of Environmental Control memorandum dated September 21st, 2020. We also have a County of Suffolk Environmental Development Planning memorandum dated September 17th, 2020. And we have a tax map as an area map and a survey by American Engineering and Land Survey. This is dated August 25th, 2014. All right, Steve, thank you.
Thank you. I assume that the county has determined that this is a matter for local determination?
They have.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay.
Thanks for your help.
Sure. It would make me nervous if they hadn't. This is, as I said, in the southwest corner. It's an addition of when you compare it to everything else on the site, a small building for a dental facility to treat patients, plus an additional section of retail space, which is immediately next to and just southwest of the recharge basin in that general section of the Tanger Mall. I think Wayne Muller, the traffic expert from R&M Engineering, is planning on being in on this tonight. Did we say we have him?
Yes, he's
here.
I'm here.
Hey, Wayne.
Wayne, could you give me your name and address for the record, please?
Yes. Wayne Muller with the firm of Robinson and Muller Engineering. Our offices are at 50 Elm Street, Huntington, New York.
Do you affirm to tell the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
Wayne and I both, and his firm worked on the original Tanger Mall application many years ago, and I think it's held up well. The recent Economic Times has been challenging for it, I'm sure, but they still seem to want to press forward. This dental facility is something that will be modern and state of the art. And the rest of the building, relatively small area, will be other retail use. The CNRs that were imposed at the time of the original approval restricted further additions and other buildings. So we are asking for relief from that restriction. We've been to the planning board and we did well there, and now we are to your board to discuss the CNRs and the variances that need to be modified, along with the covenants and restrictions that were imposed, which is pretty fully described in the memorandum from the planning department to the board, which I'm sure you will have a copy of. I'd be happy to review any particular portion of it that is of interest to anyone, but I think it sums it up pretty well.
Yeah, it seems that we want to lift the covenants and restrictions so we can build the additional building.
That's right. We're also in an industrial district where there's a prohibition on retail use. That was approved last time, and we're looking for that special exception permit again, because this will be professional and retail, mostly professional. We're diminishing the off-street parking number by a relatively small percentage compared to what was there before, compared to the whole site. By the way, Wayne and I were part of that team and spent many months going through it. And I know Kate was very involved in the review of the various plans and so forth. And Mrs. Quintine, of course, was very interested in the whole project and came to many of the public hearings that we had. it says we're increasing the number of buildings from 1 to 3. Well, that would be, as per the site plan, the large mall building, which is in the center of the site. The other parcel is the restaurant, I believe it is, in the extreme southwestern corner. And this building, which we're talking about now, which is very small in comparison to what's already there. So, I think it's a very modest and reasonable request. They feel that this kind of use is the kind of use that has become very popular with medical facilities. We did one recently in North Babylon on Deer Park Avenue with the Fresenius application for X-rays, and it seems to work very well. They're subject to the medical use requirements, which are greater than the typical retail use. But I think that it'll work great.
Okay. The dental building is, the dental office is already established with a lease and everything. Somebody's going to move in there with the employees and.
They have struck a deal, yes, sir. And they're anxious to get going. So I think that we'll see action pretty quick.
Okay, and Ruby Tuesdays is definitely going to reopen?
Well, I can't answer that. I don't know. There are so many things that are up in the air right now. I'm not sure if they know.
Okay.
But, as of now, that's the expectation.
So the additional parking spaces that the new building will take up with employees and stuff like, and the and patients, will be rather minimal, I would say.
For the time being, yes. And going forward, the numbers that are disclosed are for a medical use, and so, which is more stringent than retail use. So that, I think that the number, based on some of your assumptions, are even better than what they might otherwise be for other medical use.
Okay. Would anybody else like to be heard or have any questions on this application? For the record, there are none. Would any of the board members like to have any questions?
Yes, Steve, it's John Shepherd. Is this like just where the Joe's Crab Shack? Is it more or less down the road from that, where they're putting this?
I have to confess, I'm not familiar with Joe's Crab Shack.
It's, if I may, I could answer the question. It's in the same shopping center as Stop and Shop and Kohl's. So it's.
Oh, so it's not on Tanga property?
No, that's correct. It's west of that. So it's in that little shopping center.
Sorry. Okay.
That's across from Home Depot. Home Depot on the north side. This has got Stop and Shop, Kohl's, the optometrist.
Oh, okay.
I get it.
And then the old Ruby Tuesday. We're actually, the building's going to be constructed just south of the existing recharge basin that exists. And that basin serves Cormac Road.
Okay. Any other questions from the board?
No, it's good.
Okay, we're gonna close the hearing and reserve decision for additional comments for 1 week, and you'll get your decision in the mail.
Thank you very much. Have a nice evening.
You also.
Good night.
Take care.
All right, guys, I have two last people in for potentially application number 1. I'm going to touch back and see what's going on. I definitely see you, James Smith. You didn't miss anything. I'm going to see if Jose Benitez is in. And we could proceed with the first application.
Okay, let me find the paperwork now.
Jose, you there? Is this Jose? Hello? 330-7369.
Hey, Brian, it's Mickey.
Hey, Mickey.
Hey.
Somehow or other, I worked my way in through the back door here. I've been on for a while now. It's a really frustrating night here.
For all of us.
Not Jose Benitez?
No, I'm not.
What are you here for, sir? Can we help you? Mickey, you're in, so I'll keep you in. And then I see a James Smith here. James, I'm going to allow you to talk as well. James, Jose never showed up, so he's going to have to re-advertise. I'll let the board make that call, but I didn't see a Jose in at all, not even when we started. And I don't know what you guys want to do, but Pam, Mickey, what would be the call here?
Mr. Smith can still give his testimony on this application.
Okay, all right, cool. James, I'm going to let you speak, so you're able to speak on this application or ask any questions. I have the plans in front of me. If there's any questions you'd like me to answer.
Okay.
James, are you there? James? Mr. Smith?
Yes, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
What's up?
Okay, great. Good evening, everyone. I just had a couple of quick questions. I wasn't sure exactly what his petition was about. I didn't know if he was adding to the structure or is it an existing structure?
So, Mr. Smith, we just need your name and address for the record, please, and you need to be sworn in.
It's 14 South 19th Street in Wyandotte, New York, 11798.
And you affirm to tell the truth?
Oh, yes, definitely. Yes, yes, I do.
Okay.
We'll let planning tell you what the scope of the application is.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Smith, the application is to legalize an existing second-story rear deck with stairs. So that's the deck in the rear of the building. It requires a rear yard variance of 5 feet. He has a 25.5-foot rear yard setback. He's supposed to have a 30-foot. So it's a 4.5-foot request for relief in the rear yard.
Okay, so is he building onto this or is it already an existing structure?
It's the existing deck in the rear of the structure. He's not building anything.
Okay, I see. I understand. All right then. So I assume that it's kind of grandfathered in. It was already there, and he's just needing approval for it. Is that the way I'm understanding it?
Yeah, it's not necessarily grandfathered in. He's requesting approval for what's currently existing. So he would need our approval for that to stay up.
Okay, approval for that to stay. Okay, I understand. Is Mr. Benitez online or?
No.
Okay.
We all have technical difficulties, so, I'll put that out there, but I have not seen him on the attendee list, so we wanted to give you a chance to speak and ask any questions.
Okay.
I am able to look at the application, so, but.
Okay. Just one quick question. Is he going to be doing other construction? It is a construction company that's directly across the street. I don't know what his exact business is. I don't know if it's salvage or construction, but is he building something else in addition to that, or will he have to come back to the town in order to do those things? Like, what if he wanted to extend it another 5 feet and then another 5 feet, and before you know it, it's all taken up, the whole 25.5 feet? You know what I mean?
Yes, any further expansion towards the rear yard from this deck would require additional variance.
Would require additional variance. Okay. All right. So it's just the existing structure. Okay. All right. All right. So long as we're under that understanding that anything else that was added would be, he'd have to come to the town for that. Okay. All right. I understand.
Yes, I do want to note though, Mr. Smith, that is just for the rear yard. I believe he has a lot of room to the north. It's a 125-foot wide lot. So, if an addition was erected off the north side of the building, he would require permits, but it might not necessarily go to the zoning board.
Okay, so if he wanted to build to the north, he would have to. He's allowed to do that and wouldn't necessarily come to the board. Is that what you're saying? Like, what if he wanted to add a driveway or another driveway or another, something to that effect?
Exactly.
Okay, so that necessarily would not have to come to the board if he wanted to add another driveway?
He has a 74-foot wide side yard, so he's got plenty of room to expand off the north side.
Off the north side,
But that is not what this application is for.
Is that facing straight past when you say the north side?
Yeah,
that the
that's
fire
towards the train
department?
station. Towards this train station.
I'm sorry, say that again, sir?
North would be towards the train station.
Oh, northward towards the train station. Now I understand. Now I understand. Okay, all right. I'm just concerned with, with the construction, it's kind of heavy trucks coming down the block, and it's kind of tearing up the street a little bit. So I'm a little concerned with that. But that's why I was asking if he'd be putting another driveway in with more trucks or something to that effect. So that's the only thing I really had a question about. But he's not on the line to ask. But okay, all right, I understand.
Okay. Wait, what are the trucks for? Are you talking about just street traffic, or is there a construction
No,
business?
that's his part of his construction company. It's WRAM Construction. That kind of traffic wasn't on the block before, so now it has a tendency to form potholes and things on the street, and they're constantly being patched up in front of my house. So, I was just concerned about another driveway.
We will definitely look into that, because this should be a residential home.
Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. I appreciate that.
No problem at all, Mr. Smith. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for your time.
Good night.
You too.
This application is going to need to be re-advertised and reposted if the applicant was a no-show.
Yes, the applicant did not show up, and we do have to look into that. I'll take a drive by. Did anyone swing past and see anything noteworthy here?
No, I didn't.
I think we want to ask code enforcement, perhaps, if there's any outdoor storage issues, if they have construction vehicles overnight.
And then that's
Yeah,
supposed to
this
be
is-
running the business out of the house either, or having the commercial vehicles on the site, so.
I'll take a drive past tomorrow, and we'll take it from there. And we'll have to inform the applicant of his situation.
Well done, Brian. We may move on now to page 10 of the agenda, as every other item in between the last application and page 10 remains on the reserve calendar. So moving on to page 10, we'll look to the decisions from last week's meeting. So last week, September 27th, and the first one for the board's consideration is 20-112, Joseph Lepari. The board can move. Planning recommended a condition that the front deck and rear awning not be further enclosed. The property is in Copeg.
I make a motion. Make a motion to approve application 20-112 with the condition that the front and rear awning and deck not be further enclosed.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. There's a voice we haven't heard tonight.
I thought that was Jose Benitez talking.
We're all going to be hearing photos of Benitez in our dreams, I think. Moving on.
Or nightmares.
The bottom of page 10 is, the application is 20-109, Brenda and Robert Mayo. This property is located in North Babylon. The board can move. Planning had no recommended conditions.
I'm sorry, Pam, what was the number on it again? 20 what?
109.
I'll make a motion to move to approve application 20109.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Moving on to the application of 20-108. This application was from Jimmy Jack. It is located in Deer Park. At the request of planning and law, we're going to ask the board continue to reserve this to look at the similar application that was raised, and also to have planning reach out to the applicant to see if they'd be willing to amend their drawings. So that will remain reserved. Moving on to the bottom of page 11, the application is 20-097, Deborah Morello. Mr. Waincheck, this is in West Babylon, and this was the woman who was looking to have the accessory apartment.
Right.
constructed.
I'll make a motion to approve application 20-097 with a condition to be noted on the front of the CO. If the shed has to be moved, it will be placed in a legal location.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody on?
Yeah.
All right.
Moving on to the application 20-077. This property is located in West Babylon. This had plans attached, which are part of your correspondence package from Kelly Bennett. You'll recall that the board was able to delete variance number 6 last meeting for the 2-family. So if the board wanted to just take a moment to look at correspondence, it does show a depiction of the proposed construction. And if you had any questions, otherwise planning had recommended, if approved, there would be a condition that if the shed is ever moved, it's relocated to a conforming location. And planning is also recommending that a covenant is attached requiring 1 unit to remain owner occupied in the dwelling.
Okay.
I have a note here that this requires a neg deck. Is that right, Joe?
Heard Joe all night.
Joe's muted.
It does not need an egg deck. It would have needed an egg deck if they were going for the 2-family use that's not permitted, but they took that out of the
Okay.
application.
Also, Tom,
you.
you can take out the covenant restriction because if it's going for an accessory apartment, it has to be. So there's no reason to put a covenant restriction on it.
Very good. Thank you. Then in that case, but we did make an amendment.
Correct.
There wasn't, excuse me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Then I will make a motion to approve application 20-77 as amended.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
And finally, moving on to your correspondence, there were plans from Kelly Bennett regarding the application that you just reviewed. There were 2 emails regarding Gale Grace Estates, which is pending review for the zoning board. So I don't believe it has a number yet. So that's part of your correspondence, number 2 and 3.
Yeah, they were talking about the planning board, not us.
And then we can move on to accepting the minutes of August 20th, please.
Make a motion to accept the minutes of August 20th.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We're going to ask that you please review the minutes of September 10th and September 17th before our next meeting, which will be live in person at Town Hall.
Thank God.
Yeah, really.
Let's hope.
Wait a minute. There's a whole new procedure, guys. We can't sit next to each other. There's whole things we have to do. I don't know if you're thanking God yet. But
Yeah.
There's a
probably right.
sanitation chamber too. Sanitation chamber.
Yeah, for you, Brian.
For this meeting tonight, we are adjourned. If you please have a motion.
Make a
Make
motion.
that motion. Second.
and we're closed.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Brian.
Aye.
Everyone.
See you next
Aye.
week.
See you next
Bye.
week.
See you
Good
next
night,
week.
all.
Have a good night, all. Thanks for the help, guys. Be good.
Thanks.
Thanks, Brian.
End it. End it.
It was a rough one.
Can't even end it.
That wasn't pretty.
No, that was a rough one. And my
Good night,
computer's messed
Mrs.
up now.
Calabash, wherever you are.
Right.
All right. You guys are going to have to log off because this thing's sticking on.
He just mentioned it.